Hi everybody, this is Mary with the Breath of New Life. Thank you for joining me for today's fascia maneuvers class. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. So we're going to do the organ reset. We're going to do it complete with all of the affirmations, and we're going to do it seated today. This is something I often do before I even get out of bed in the morning, or if I'm a passenger in a car, I will do it. I will do it at work during quiet moments. So I really wanted to share it in this format today as just as a way to connect with how versatile these are. So if you're brand new to this channel and you know nothing about me or fascia maneuvers, I'm going to give a brief synopsis and then we're going to dive right in, okay? So the fascia is the body's connective tissue. It connects everything. It connects our organs, our bones, our muscles, our ligaments, our tendons, everything. And if it was under a microscope, it would look like a spider's web. And each of those threads that's in a spider web, those threads in the fascia are actual little tubules. And those tubules are filled with a kind of a semi-gel-like liquid, so it's silica-based. And this is the information highway in the body. There are more receptors in our fascia than in our brain, than in our nerve endings, than anywhere else. And so the fascia is really intelligent. And so it's the fascia that gives us a lot of information. It's that sixth sense, like we know when, something's coming around the corner, or, we know somebody's looking at us without seeing it, right? So that's our fascia is giving us all of those, that information. And so if you think of the fascia like a highway, like a road system, so imagine if there was an earthquake or something, or a landslide, and some of the roads were just impassable, right? That's like if we get a huge injury, right? We get, a broken bone, a severe cut, a deep bruise, all of those kind of twisted ankle, tendonitis, all of those things, carpal tunnel, all those things. So it impacts the highway system. And can you imagine what that does then slows down the information that's being shared in the body, right? So that's one way that our fascia can get compromised. Now, the fascia plays another important role, as well as just kind of physically connecting all of these things and sending all this information around the body. It also stores all of our unprocessed emotions. So I think we can all recognize where we hold stress. So most of us would say we hold stress in our neck, our shoulders, our back. We might hold it in slightly different places, but we all can identify pretty much where we hold it. But we don't know the answer to where we hold our grief, or your loneliness, your embarrassment. And I know we've all been on this planet now for a minute, and so I'm sure we've all been embarrassed. Those times on the playground where you don't want to, let your school buddies see you cry, see you, for me, it was like, I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of letting them know they're hurting me, right? So there's all of these times that we hold our emotions in, that we don't process them, and they get stored in our fascia. So this then creates congestion. So let's say we're on the roadway and suddenly, it's a big holiday and everybody's going to the airport at the same time. What happens when the road gets congested? Everything gets clogged up, right? Doesn't move as quick, right? And so in our body, this shows up as aches, as pains, limitations in moving, less flexibility. And so working with our fascia is really important, because not only is it going to restore physical vitality, but it's also going to help us move those unprocessed emotions. I like to think of it as like a beautiful way of just kind of like breaking the surface on some of those emotions that we might have locked down, because some of those things we really don't want to deal with. So that we have those things like swept so far onto the carpet that we can barely even, the carpet is like caked over with stuff, right? And so the fascia work really helps to sort of break up that surface so that we can start to move some of those. And this is why I love to do it before breath work. So that's kind of a synopsis on fascia there. So let's get started. I love to do the organs. If you are brand new to this and you want to explore more, I would recommend that you look up some of my other videos to start doing the stress reset with the totally twisted and anti-gravity. They're going to be your two best friends along with this organ reset. And now, according to Gary, one of the founders of the Human Garage, he believes that if you did the organ reset every day for 3 months that we would be disease-free. No, I haven't tried that out. I don't know personally anybody who does, but it certainly would be, if I was severely ill, I would be doing it. I mean, I do it almost every day anyways, but it definitely would be something I'd be doing. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna start by rubbing your hands together. We're just gonna get some energy moving here. So take a nice big breath while we're here. So then just place your hands, or place your feet so that they're flat on the ground. And then just place your hands on your lap, wherever feels comfortable. And close your eyes. We're going to take a couple of moments here and just get grounded in our body. And we're going to just notice what's going on with our body. So taking some nice deep breaths here. Maybe tuning into the sounds in your room as you get quiet and start to go within. Notice the temperature of the air in your room. Does it feel warm or cool or just right? How about, is the air moving or is it still? Any smells? Now bring your awareness to your breath. Notice the expansion of the body as you breathe in. Notice the deflation of the body as you exhale. And just kind of notice the overall volume of your breath. Notice if your breaths seem deep, shallow, or somewhere in between. Notice your feet now. Is there any discomfort, tightness, any difference between the right and the left? How about the knees now? Coming up to the hips. You're just noticing what you notice, even if it's nothing at all. It's kind of like a before, and we'll be checking in after our organ reset as well. How about your ribs, your shoulders? Is there any tension there, any tightness, discomfort? How about your arms? Does one feel different to the other? Like I can tell that my right hand and arm feels a little shorter, more like there's more compression on my right wrist. I also did a little something to my back the other day, my low back down near my pelvis, so definitely feeling a little constriction there too. How about your neck, your head? Does your head feel heavy on your neck? Does it feel like there's gravity pushing it down? Notice your ears. Notice the volume of the sounds that you're hearing. How about your jaw? That space between your eyebrows. Even your scalp. Another breath or two here. Beautiful. It's just taking stock. Okay. So now we're going to begin. So let's rub our hands again. Just generate a little energy, a little electricity. Kind of go a little fast. And then rub your big knuckles together, your little knuckles, your littlest knuckles, even your fingernails now. And then bring your hands very close together. And you might feel that energy that you've generated. Yeah. So the body has its own electrical system. And so it's all of this electricity has been conducted. Some of it's coming through our nerves, but a lot of it's coming through our fascia. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand, we're going to put it behind our neck, just kind of placing it there loosely. So all of our organs are connected through the meridians, through the central point here at the back of the neck. So what we're doing is keeping one hand here, and as we use our right hand to move around to the different organs, we're kind of connecting the circuit. So it just means that we're kind of physically bringing the awareness there as well as energetically. So now you're going to take your right hand, I like to just use my fingers, and you're going to find your belly button and go straight out about 2 inches and then go down about 2 inches. And you should land kind of like if you were drawing a diagonal line from your belly button to your hip, somewhere about midway on that line, approximately. Don't worry if you're like 2.5 centimeters. So you're going to push in there, and you might feel and twist the skin just a lot. You don't have to put a lot of pressure. On any of these spots, we don't need to put a lot of pressure. I'm feeling a little tender there. This is where our small intestine and large intestine meet. And this is where we hold a lot of our sorrow and grief. So we're going to take 3 breaths in and out through our mouth, and then 3 breaths nose-mouth. That'll be the 6 breaths that we'll be doing at every point. So let's begin. 3 through our mouth and out through our mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we're going to affirm, I let go of all my sorrow and all my grief now as I bring in joy, wonder, delight, awe. Beautiful. Now from where that point is, draw a line straight up until you meet your ribs. And then you're going to, again, dig in there and twist the skin a little bit. This is our liver and gallbladder. This is where we hold on to our anger and resentment. Same thing, 3 mouth breaths, 3 nose mouth breaths. Let's begin. Breathing right into that area. Nose mouth. I let go of all my anger and all my resentment now as I bring in forgiveness, generosity, love, compassion, mercy, non-judgment. I just like to take extra breaths there of release. So now you're going to draw a line from where you are on that rib all the way until you meet the other rib on the left-hand side, and then you're going to push in there kind of on the outside, and I'm dragging. This is actually your stomach, so I'm kind of grabbing the far side of my stomach and pulling it towards the midline. Same thing, 3 mouth breaths. Nose mouth. This is all about letting go of our doubts now. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. One of my favorite affirmations of all time. I believe in myself, and I back myself 100%. Back myself 100%. Beautiful. So now from this spot here on these ribs, we're going to draw a straight line down to about, again, if there was a diagonal line between your hip and your belly button, right about halfway there. So where we started over here, you're going just So you can take your belly button, you can go 2 inches across to the left and down. It's going to land you in the same spot approximately. So this is kind of the bottom corner of the, not corner, but bend of the large intestine. So again, push in, twist the skin a little bit, breathe in. And your arm might be getting tired, but stick with it. 3 through the nose and out through the mouth. Release that hand if you need to, as we affirm, I let go of all my worry. I let go of all my worry, all my overthinking, as I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. Beautiful. So shake the hands out if you need to, give them a little rub. Sorry, I probably should have done that a little sooner for some of you. I've been doing this for a while. Okay, left hand back behind your neck. Right hand now, you're going to go right down, right above your pubic bone. I like to lean forward. Sometimes you're getting right into the bladder. So you're pushing in, pulling up on the bladder. It's where we hold on to our fear. So I'll kind of sit back, stick out the belly a little bit, and 3 mouth breaths. Nose, mouth. Hello, fear. I let you go. I no longer need you anymore. I am letting you go. I choose to let you go because I trust myself and I am safe. I am safe to trust myself. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to go to the kidneys. So you're going to take your right hand, place it around your right ribs so that your 4 fingers are in the front, thumb is in the back. You want to squeeze your fingers and your thumb as if you're trying to compress those ribs. And at the same time, you're pulling down on the skin. And you're going to lean over to the left. You're going to look over that right shoulder. 3 quick breaths to 3 inhales in a row. And then 1 exhale. This is going to just activate the adrenal glands while we're here. Gives us a lot of energy. And let it go. Now 3 mouth breaths and 3 nose mouth. Nose, mouth. Sit straight up. I always notice something right away there. Okay, let's switch hands. So now the right hand goes behind the neck. Left hand goes onto the left side. Like I already feel like my right side has like just unraveled and decompressed so much. So now left hand on the rib cage, squeezing the thumb and the fingers as you pull down on the skin. Lean over, look up over the left shoulder. 3 activating inhales followed by 1 exhale to energize. 3 mouth breaths. Nose, mouth. Okay, keeping the right hand where it is. Oh, we forgot the affirmation for the kidneys. This is all about powering us through life. So this is more of a thank you. Thank you, kidneys, for powering me through life. Thank you for all your energy, all your power. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So now this left hand, you're going to drop it so that the left thumb comes kind of to where that spare rib is, that floating rib is on the back. And then you're going to lean forward just a little and twist slightly over. So I'm kind of looking so that I'm looking right on the outside of my right knee. And where your thumb should be is on the spleen. Might feel a little tender. So let's do those breaths again. 3 mouth breaths, 3 nose mouth breaths. So our spleen is where we tend to hold lots of worry. So once again, hello worry. I let you go. I no longer need to hold you in my body because I trust myself and I believe in myself. Yay! So now bringing that left hand, shake out your hands maybe if you need to. Left hand behind the neck. Right hand, you're going to grasp the front of the throat. So I'm kind of holding it loosely and I'm squeezing in, putting a little pressure with my thumb and with my forefingers. And we're just going to do those same breaths, 3 mouth breaths. Nose, mouth. We hold so much in our throat. All those times we swallow our emotions, swallow our words, don't speak our truth. So we're going to affirm. It's safe for me to speak my truth. My voice matters. My truth matters. I matter. I matter. Beautiful. Now we're going to place your right hand on your heart, left hand on your head. And tune in first of all to your heartbeat. Try and feel, so maybe loosen the pressure of the left hand on your head and just tune in to the heartbeat. Close your eyes if you need to. And if you're not feeling the beat of your heart, don't worry, you'll become more sensitive to it. Now place your left hand back firmly on your head again. Maybe lighten the hand on your heart if you need to, and tune into the pulse in your head. And once again, if you don't connect to it right away, that's okay. Place equal pressure now on your heart and your head as we synchronize the beat of our heart to the pulse in our head. As we imagine we're breathing in a circle of air that's moving from the heart up to the head and then the head back down to the heart on the exhale. So breathing in, imagining that circle of breath moving from the heart up to the head. And on the exhale, it's circling back from the head to the heart. Maybe it can help to imagine a beautiful green light on the heart. And that light starts to mix in with the white light of the head on that inhale. And on the exhale, the white light of the head starts to mingle with the green light of the heart. Breathing in. I like to do nose, mouth. Do whatever feels natural for you. As we affirm, the heart's in charge. My heart's in charge. I trust my heart. I trust my heart to lead the way. And I trust my head to follow. I thank you, head, for creating all the stories, for keeping me safe. You no longer need to work so hard. Because now we have my heart online. And my heart's the new director. And it feels good. It feels so good. Beautiful. Closing your eyes if they've become open. Just taking some easy breaths now. As you once again tune in to your body, starting with the feet. The knees, the hips, the ribs, shoulders, the arms, the head now. How does it feel? I know I feel way taller than before. I feel like there's way more space. I feel like gravity isn't pushing down as heavily as it was. I feel like it's being met with an equal and opposite upward pressure of just the space I've created in my body by filling the fascia with all that breath, creating more space, creating like I'm ironing out the wrinkles, you're just kind of shaking things out. Maybe your breath feels a little deeper. I know mine does. So I'd love to hear what you notice. And you can do this sitting up like this. You can do it lying in bed first thing in the morning. There's so many ways to do it. So hopefully you loved it. And if there's something special you'd like to receive from me next time, just leave a comment in the comments. Or of course you can always email me as well, Mary@thebreathofnewlife. Mwah!